Deshawn Mallory's impact that he's had so good against Washington and it's really throughout the year. What stood out to you about what he's done?
Deshawn is just, he's an explosive player. He really doesn't say a whole lot. Just comes to work every day, and he's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun to coach. We've gotten really close with him, and he's a guy you can just depend on every day, and he's going to be disruptive. Exactly what we want our defensive tackles to be.
What makes him so disruptive?
He's a phenomenal athlete for how big he is. He's super explosive. He's really been developed, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell. I mean, he plays like a 22, 23-year-old guy who has a lot of experience.
Coach Dillingham has talked about the importance of physicality this game. You guys have really established physicality up front. How do you keep that going into the game?
Man, we're going to be tested. I mean, we are going to be tested. They're going to have, they're going to have some pounds on us, but we make up for it by being by trying to be explosive inside. I mean, Deshawn and CJ fight. Fortunately, we don't have Coop this week, but Tristan Monday and Blazin Lonawong has been coming along a lot. He got 9 snaps this last weekend. We're going to depend on him a little more. So those interior guys got to be very, very disruptive. And when we've played great against the run, those guys have been the most disruptive. And then our edges, have to, they have to be able to disguise their movements, be able to play physical on the edges when we got to, set the edges, for those, on those tackles. And we're gonna have our work cut out for them. I mean, they're a run team. They can. Cal ran the ball at us a little bit, but that was kind of symptomatic too. We had some injuries at the end of that game, so we were down to, some of our 3s and 4s at the end of that game, and we came up with a stop at the very end. But we're going to be tested.
How much do they play off each other? I mean, obviously the defensive line, they want to do their jobs, be disruptive, but when somebody gets a sack, how much is it for that next guy to just go out there and get the sack and then just kind of building off what each other does?
You can see the energy that when things. It was funny you asked that question. I was literally thinking about it on my drive home last night. And, the difference between just getting a team off the field on third down or being productive on a first or second down play, I mean, you see the energy it brings when we get a sack or we get a big hit on the quarterback or when we're disruptive. We get a TFL, one of those guys up front, bursts through the line of scrimmage and gets a big play in the backfield. And it just gives us so much momentum. And, it's my job as a play caller to be able to build on that momentum. And put our guys in the right situation, but ultimately, like I've said it 100 times, there's no magic in the call sheet. If those guys execute the calls at full speed and with confidence, there's no telling what we can do and how successful we can be.
Kenny said on Monday that ASU is the place you want to play if you're a defensive lineman because free, fast, go get the quarterback. What's your perspective on just him saying that and then just like what you guys have been able to demonstrate in this defense?
I mean, all you got to do is go down our roster. BJ Green had, I think, 3 to 5 career sacks up to this point. He already has more than he's had in his whole career through, the first 8 games. And you look at guys like, Prince Dorba. He played 2 years at Texas and was seldom used, didn't have a sack in 2 years there. I think he's tied for, has the team lead in sacks. I don't know where he's at. He's at 5 or 6 or whatever. Then you get Clayton Smith. He spent a year or 2 at Oklahoma. He comes here. Like, you look at our whole roster and you look at our defensive line and it just shows you what these guys are able to come here and do and to be as disruptive as they've been up to this point. I'm just really excited for their development, also the people we can add here in the future.
And this is your hometown, and you're doing it in the first year here. So what does that say to the prospects for the future?
I mean, Phoenix is a great place to live. Just the Phoenix metro area. There's a lot of great people here, and I know that because I have a 30-year history, 35-year history. I'm not old. It's actually 38-year history. Jeez, I just dated myself. But I've been around here a long time, and I've seen the metro area grow, and I just see how much this place really does love football and how active the high school community is in football and how important it is. I played here, played junior college ball here, and then I moved on, it's been a place I've been able to come back to, and I know what this place can be, and that's what that was just what was so exciting about coming back home, and it's what's exciting about standing here in front of you guys here on these practice fields, and all the players that have been here, and all the history that's just right here in front of us. So sometimes you take it for granted because you're here every day, and I'm sure our players do at times. But if they don't appreciate it now, one day they will, looking back on it like I do, and just appreciate every day here.